There's no word for it in Spanish, or at least nothing close enough to the English word it to be used in the title of the book and movie It. So instead they had to use the word eso, which means like that. How can a language not have a word for it? And if you speak Spanish, maybe you're thinking like, what about lo and ello? Here's the problem. In English, you might refer to a woman as a she and then like a man as a he, but you'd never refer to a pencil as a he or a she. We would use the inanimate pronoun it. And this is because since a pencil is not a person, it feels weird to give it a gender. But all Spanish nouns have genders. Like pencil is masculine, el lápiz. But then coin is feminine, la moneda. So if you wanted to say I saw it, but you're talking about the pencil, you'd say lo vi. But if you're talking about the coin, you'd say la vi. But here's the thing, you'd also use lo and la if you were talking about a man and a woman. In Spanish, you're basically always referring to inanimate objects as he and she. And even that's only when we're talking about it in the object form. If we're talking about it as like the subject of a sentence, like saying it's big after we already were talking about the pencil, we just say es grande. You just wouldn't use a pronoun at all, like just an empty subject, because otherwise people might think you're talking about like a he as a man. Not very often, but sometimes people will use the pronoun ello as like a subject form of it, but even then it's more to refer to like an abstract concept. You wouldn't use it for like a pencil or a creepy creature. The whole point of the title of Stephen King's book It is that it's so undefined and ambiguous, it's kind of creepy. Like, is it a person, a demon, a creature? What the heck is it? As I said before, object pronouns like lo and la in Spanish can be used for inanimate objects, but you couldn't really use them as like a response to a question. So like somebody could be like, what did you see? And you could say like it. But then if somebody said like, ¿qué es lo que viste in Spanish? You couldn't just say like lo. You'd either have to say a full sentence like yo lo vi, or if you wanted to just say one word, you'd say él, but that means he. And that doesn't really have the same effect, so instead they use the word eso, like I saw that thing. Because you'd never use eso to refer to a person, you'd only use ese. So that kind of feeds into the mysterious what the heck is this thing vibe of it.